Good morrow, fellow users! Dr. WIDEBOTNIK speaking! I'm here today to answer some of your very important questions. I made a post last night at 5 in the morning, seeing what people had to ask me, Dr. WIDEBOTNIK, whether it was about my whiteness, or my expertise, or my physique. Whatever you guys had to ask, I'm here to answer. If you saw, I gave your comment a very kind little heart, meaning I would be mentioning your name and your question. So, if you had a heart, get ready to see your name. The first question we have is from RANDOMNEME. To the great and magnificent Dr. WIDEBOTNIK, my questions for your amazing intellect is this. What upcoming Mobian/survivor to the realm of outcome memories are you the most eager to have on your side? And which upcoming revolting and ugly devil will be the most challenging for your amazing skills? Well, RANDOMNEME, I would say my most favorite Mobian to work with is Silver. Silver, I've noticed, learned telekinesis, and he can do fancy floaty things. I think that will be very resourceful for my whiteness. So, I am excited to work with Silver. As for the most challenging devil to face the WIDEBOTNIK, no devil is challenging to me. You've seen what I can do. You've seen my skills. No devil is a match for the WIDEBOTNIK. Next question we have, FROONKODOONKO. To the great Dr. WIDEBOTNIK, I've heard rumors that your cousin Robotnik will receive a rework in outcome memories. Is there anything you would like to see changed or added to dominate the EXEs? Well, Fronko, I believe that no matter what they do to my brother from another mother, Robotnik, he will still be spectacular. He and I have different technology, yes, but he is still a smart cookie, and he will know what to do even if they change him. So I believe Robotnik will do just fine. BERDLYDINKLEBERG asked, Dr. WIDEBOTNIK, how does it feel being the most gorgeous, yet widest man throughout the entire galaxy? Well, Dinkleberg, it feels great. But with great wideness comes great wide responsibility. Nebraskan Common said to the great and magnificent Dr. WIDEBOTNIK, hi. Hello, Nebraskan. Codeman-UD3XR asked to the glorious Dr. WIDEBOTNIK, which one of the survivors do you enjoy being around the most, including the ones not yet in-game? My favorite survivor to be around in-game is Metal Sonic. He listens, he's smart, and he's durable. And I like to see what Ivo Robotnik is up to when WIDEBOTNIK's not there to see him. Oh, this question pertains to the last one. This is asked by Epic Kingston. Dear Dr. WIDEBOTNIK, have you also built a Metal Sonic just like Dr. Robotnik? I have. You won't see it just yet, but you will see it in the future. Next question is by Goofing Around 1. To the excellent Dr. WIDEBOTNIK, what do you think about the fiends coming in the future of these trials? As in the big Colossus, the plushy and creepy Tails doll, and the crazy evil Supersonic, otherwise known as Fleetway, and which do you assume might prove to be the most challenging to face off against? Not like any of them can compete with your wideness and intellect, of course. First of all, Goofing Around, thank you for acknowledging that. I'm glad you know. I don't believe any of these three, even if they came at me all at once, would be a challenge in the slightest. Again, none of these devilish fiends can outlast the WIDEBOTNIK. Next question is by OMLTAXEL. This question says, Dr. WIDEBOTNIK, your whiteness. I am honored to have the chance of speaking with someone so wide. Please answer this question. Are you familiar with the new metal band Korn? They make lovely and wide tracks I think you will enjoy. Thank you, your whiteness, for your presence. Well, OMLTAXEL, I may not be a fan of this band known as Korn, but Mr. Balls, who leads this channel, I know is a fan of Korn. For once, when I was snooping around as usual in his dressers, I saw that he has many a shirt with this title Korn on it. So I know that Mr. Balls is a fan of Korn, but I, Dr. Widebotnik, do not indulge in metal bands. This next question is by CHUEKILLO. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, I'm not great with pronunciation. Dearest Dr. Widebotnik, if you were stuck on an island alongside that devilish hedgehog, what would be one magnificent and flawless invention of yours that you'd bring with you? I, Dr. Widebotnik, need no invention to deal with a devilish hedgehog, for I have my wideness. And my wideness is all I need to take down a devil. Next question is by Cappy Shoemore Channel 6800. To the glorious Dr. Widebotnik, if you could change any of Eggman's plans from his very first to his most recent, what would you do differently to seize victory? Well, I would have Robotnik as my assistant, and I would show him the glory of the universe. You see, me and Robotnik are brothers from another mother, but there is one thing of his that I don't quite agree with. I do not want to take over the world. I never have. In fact, back on my universe, I never had such these devils. But then I encountered a feisty one, made of bone and lungs. And after I encountered him, I realized that many a Robotnik have dealt with such devils. But I myself never had one. So until then, that was my first time I wanted to vanquish a hedgehog. But I, again, do not want to take over the world, nor vanquish anyone, but will if I have to. So what I would have done is shown Robotnik the goodness of the universe, and to love it, not hate it. Our next question is by EGOLOOCH, or EGOLOOCH. Dear Mr. Wide, I'm trying to get into playing Outcome Memories. Which character shall I play? I'm sure your great genius would know. I would recommend you play Robotnik. You see, there is a video made by both me and Mr. Balls that show you how to play Robotnik to the top maximum. So you can learn how to be an expert from me and him. MALACHADD asked, what's your favorite robot that you've made? This is a good one. You see, I, Widebotnik, do not make many robots. But if I were to say my favorite robot, I would say it would be the Wide Warbler X. You don't know what that is yet. Banana Boy asks, Dr. Widebotnik, how can one get to the level of magnificence and elegancy as you? Also, which is your favorite critter, non-Botnik, to play with in the trials of the Outcome Memories? Well, I had said Metal Sonic, so yes, Metal Sonic. If I were to pick a second favorite though, just to, give my second favorite, I would say I like to play with Tails. Tails is a wannabe gadgeteer like myself, but I feel if I'm having a good day, I could teach Tails the Widebotnik way! Sentinel Lols asks, Dear Widebotnik, what do you use to look so incredible? I want to be like you someday. This is all natural. Spoopoo1234 asks, Dear Widebotnik, my question to you is as follows. Similar to Ivo and his companions, that being Metal Sonic, Orbot, and Cubot, do you have any inventions that you tend to keep close to you at all times? I do, but I keep them secret, for if I were to reveal this technology to the public, they wouldn't be ready for what Widebotnik has to offer. Derps5569 asks, Dear the genius Dr. Widebotnik, I am absolutely mesmerized by your beautifully wide build. How much do you eat per day to maintain your wideness? Is there a workout routine you follow? Sincerely, WIDEBOTNIK admirer. Thank you very much for that conclusion. That's very thoughtful. But no, the WIDEBOTNIK has no diet. I have technology which allows me to bend my physique. I've never told anyone this before, but now you know. I use it with my suit made out of widanium. I cannot say any more, for I may reveal the WIDEBOTNIK recipe. Ceiling-a-dealing-7336 asks, Our dearest WIDEBOTNIK, please do tell us how you feel about not getting to run over any of those insolent animals in that upcoming racing game. Well, I'm happy. I don't want to hurt any of these rodents. They are my companions. They are my friends. And I'm very happy to form a bond with them all. The WIDEBOTNIK embrace is friends to all. MEATBALLSISTER asks, to Dr. WIDEBOTNIK, what are your thoughts on the upcoming Outcome Memories update? Thanks, Fran. Well, Fran, I think that the upcoming update is very exciting. New faces to welcome in the trials with the WIDEBOTNIK, and they can meet my greatness. FEINFISHIE asks, to my loyal WIDEBOTNIK, how do you make yourself have such an elegant physique and display of wideness? Well, FEINFISHIE, as I said, all natural. SUPERGAMER-G asks, to Doc, what's your take on Flee the Facility? How do you feel about its gameplay? Well, I've never fleed a facility because that's what I feel a criminal would do. But Dr. WIDEBOTNIK is a man of good heart. I would never flee from a facility. I would comply if I had done something wrong. At Booty45 asks, oh my goodness, I just said booty. But anyways, dear Dr. WIDEBOTNIK, in the video where you became famous online, you were violently flung away by terrifying weather. Did you sustain any injuries as a result? I hope they weren't bad. And how was the recovery? P.S. May we one day meet in the trials against 2011X so that you may use the fat tech on me and allow me to finally best the monster and outcome the memory. I sustained no injuries from that lightning strike. It was nothing more than a ruse. You may believe I died because you saw me disappear, but you know not what the WIDEBOTNIK can do. At Zig_222 asks, Dearest Sir Dr. WIDEBOTNIK, do you have a dark, evil, twisted version of you called Dr. SLIMBOTNIK? And if so, who would win in a game of chess? SLIMBOTNIK is not evil. He is actually a cousin of mine and he's very, very kind. Though I would best him in chess. ENDLESSBATTERIES asks, Your Wideness, do you have any plans to produce a Metal Sonic with proportionally comparable width, length, height, or otherwise? Target killers have grown accustomed to our form, and thus they must bear witness to your grand design, if they are to be stricken with fear as should be. I have, and as I've said before, and I'll say it again, it remains a secret. DINGALINGGOOBERINSTINESKIBIDI asked, Most gracious Dr. WIDEBOTNIK, what is your opinion on the current balance of the outcome memories, and what would you like to see changed? Well, I don't know too much about balancing, but I would say, I surely hope that the WIDEBOTNIK can become even wider, which he can. Matteo the Dummy asks, Dearest WIDEBOTNIK, what is your greatest creation? Well, Matteo, I just woke up from a nap, by the way. My greatest creation is one that I cannot say. It is the Metal Man that I've been keeping hidden in my laboratory. MADOTSHADOW asked, Did that lightning strike atop that building in natural disaster survival hurt? Well, Madot, as I've said before, it looks like I got hurt, but I didn't. The WIDEBOTNIK tech knows no bounds. Slasher7326 asked, "Hey, Mr. Widebotnik, what are your 3 favorite non-Roblox games?" Well, I don't play Roblox all that much. I just managed to wound up in the dimension that one time. But games I do like to play, I like to play checkers, Monopoly, and let's see, I don't think I have a third game, but I like to read. The Widebotnik loves to read books. If you were to ask me what my favorite 3 books were, I would say Widebotnik's Guide in Inner Tranquility, Widebotnik's Guide for the Fat Tech, and Widebotnik's Yoga Instruction. GWBK5C asked, "Masterful Emperor of Wideness, which of the feeble Mobians are you most excited for coming into the future updates? Silver?" BagelBite Lover 5000 asked, "Great name, by the way. Dr. Widebotnik, where is your brother Thinbotnik? I haven't seen him in a very long time. Well, I know how Slimbotnik is doing, but Thinbotnik, I believe, has been taking a long hiatus. Thinbotnik is a very busy man." MoonLIGHTSHADED asked, "Will you be appearing on Family Feud in the near future?" Well, I believe my intellect has prevented me from being on the show, because I am too smart and wide that I would get every question right. Gort1131 asks, "Dearest Widebotnik, if there was one change to any character of your choice that you would make, what would it be? I think everyone is perfect the way they are, so I would change absolutely nothing." Salio6 asks, "Dr. Widebotnik, good morning to you. My wide question to you is, what did you think of your relative Dr. Robotnik being in that Cursed Hedgehogs movie? I think that Robotnik did well with his acting and performance, and I gave him a round of applause, but there's always room for improvement." JackZO1 asked, "Doc, for which upcoming survivor or executioner are you most excited or terrified?" Well, I've said I'm most excited for Silver, and I am not excited for a devil. I do not like new devils, but I can say whichever devil comes in, they will face my wideness. STYBURGER asked, "How does one achieve the girth and sheer stature of your physique, Mr. Widebotnik? It's all natural and all intelligence." Late 20s asked, "Hey, Dr. Widebotnik, what do you think of people using the green Eggman color variant? Do they even reach 40% of your magnificence and greatness?" No, because I'm not green. LUNOTUX asks, "To the great Dr. Widebotnik, how is your relationship with your dear brother Dr. Eggman? Do you two get along quite well?" Yes, me and Eggman are very well coalescent with one another, and we will be going out to eat this Thursday to enjoy a lovely meal. HardClaps121 asks, "Doctor, how many chairs do you break a day?" Well, I'm sitting in a chair right now and I haven't heard a single squeak. So for now, we're at 0. DINGALINGGOOBERINSTINESKIBIDI asks, "Dearest Widebotnik, what devil do you hate and or fear the most? That is, if the great Widebotnik can feel fear. I fear no demon, and I don't hate any of them more than the other. I hate them all equally. I despise demons." CLOUDAEY asks, "Dear Widebotnik, what do you expect for the future of your channel?" Well, this isn't necessarily my channel. This is led by Mr. Balls, but I can expect to come here more often because I made this video all by myself. QuadLinge247 asked, "Oh, our Lord and Emperor, Dr. Widebotnik, Which devil do you look forward to embarrassing and crushing in combat with your graceful whiteness? Well, all of them. I hate demons. Cheese-T7V6C asked, Dr. Widebotnik, what robots have you made? This is a very common question I'm seeing here, and I must still keep it a secret. Boy Manses the Third for now 9842 asks, Doctor, do you believe that Neo Metal Sonic would be able to take out all the devils all at once? If so, what words of encouragement would you give? I believe Neo Metal Sonic is an impressive creation from my brother Dr. Robotnik, so I do believe Neo Metal Sonic has some fascinating strength. But I don't know if he can take out all the devils alone. I would have to do some deep analysis to answer that question. A60 Rooms Roblox asked, Oh, the great Dr. Widebotnik, I have a question. Does Thinnick exist? Assuming you're referring to Dr. Thinbotnik, yes. The THESLIMELORDLECEO asked, Dear Doctor, how did you manage to get so perfectly wide? I've said it once, I've said it twice, and I'll say it 3 times. It's all natural. PollySquare444 asked, Doc, have you tried making progress on exterminating that blue demonic rodent? Have you found a way? Yes, I have, but I must say this rodent is a pesty one. He keeps coming back when I take him out, but I'll just have to take him out even harder. TTHEWHIMSICAL asked, to Dr. Widebotnik, I would like to inquire you about your opinion on a video game of the randomizer genre, hosted on the Roblox platform commonly referred as Item Asylum. With best regards, TTHEWHIMSICAL. Well, I've never heard of an Item Asylum, but I must say, why are inanimate objects going into an asylum? Are they sentient? What does this mean? Lemon I Think asks, Dearest Widebotnik, as a man of science yourself, what came first, the chicken or the egg? The wide came first. The wide always comes first. Dr. David the Crustable One asked, Dear Dr. Widebotnik, how did you manage to win your own custom Eggman cosmetic, that being yourself, of course, in the outcome memories? Well, I waltzed into the trials, and I saw Eggman was there too, and I became the Widebotnik in the outcome memories. A Lost Cosmonaut 4064 asks, How do you make the screaming stop? I can still hear their pleas for help. Jade Backslash asked, Doctor, how did you sleep tonight? Well, I actually had a nap during the time I was reading through these questions, and it was a very nice nap. I slept like a baby. Diego Salsicha 2411 asks, Doctor, of all the demons that we need to survive against, which one do you hate the most? I hate the demons all equally. Cheetos Gomez 3681 asks, Doctor, what do you make your tech with? I make it with Widanium and my superior intellect. DUMBAID asks, Doctor, how do you feel about Fang the Hunter/Sniper? Well, if Fang can land a good shot, then I will admire the precision. GREATNEWBIE asked, Doctor, how do you cook your eggs? I cook them wide on the side and wide in the middle. JumanHack0103 asked, Doctor, how have you been? I've been quite well, thank you for asking, JumanHack. Rebirth7397 asked, Can the Widebotnik hit the gritty? Watch and learn. Cheesy Gaming asked, Doc, I need to know if there is a Thinbotnik. Yes, there is. He's been asked about quite a few times in this question and answering. Pentagram asked, Can you pay for my college tuition, Doctor? Power_up214 asks, Dearest Dr. Widebotnik, are you perchance making hedgehog stew in the afternoon? If it's the last thing I do, I'm gonna get that blue cartoon. Leonophilia-MK1PT asks, Widebotnik, I must know that a genius like you must have a superb diet. What is it, Dr. Widebotnik? My diet has been asked about before, but it is no diet. It is my whiteness and intellect. MONLIGHTSHADED asked, Widebotnik, what's the plan to stop Fleetway? It's the same plan I have to stop every demon that works every time. SkinStealer227 asked, Dear Dr. Widebotnik, do you perhaps wish to give the blue rodent a cartoony propeller hat and a rainbow swirly lollipop? He would look quite funny with that, so I would like to see what that looks like on him. Placeholder 11-J4F asks, Doc, why not eat a salad and become SlimBotnik? Because my whiteness is not my own physique. I have technology never found before in the world, and also because then you wouldn't be able to recognize the difference between me and SlimBotnik. GROUCHYCHEESE asks, Dr. Widebotnik, how do you feel about being in the same time zone as me? Time zone twinsies, Widebotnik fist bump. Spineapple4612 asked, Dr. Widebotnik, other than Metal Sonic, who's your favorite survivor to work with? I have said this before, I like working with Tails and seeing the creations he can come to create. LAZYSERT asked, Doctor, what is your favorite game and why? Checkers? JWB5KC asks, Lord of the X-Axis, Dr. Widebotnik, will you make another glorious instructional guide whenever the Fire Kitty, Whitefellow, and Shy Fox Plush come out in the next update? We'll see. Some person who was here asked, Widebotnik, how did the lightning strike affect your head? Well, it bounced right off and then I went about my day. XYZ Hero Excited asked, hot dog sandwich or chicken burger? Hot dog burger. Cursed Romance 1707 asked, Good day, smartest sir. I need advice on how to cook an egg without it exploding. I need to impress a girl. Cook it wide. Dormixia asked, how many calories do you eat daily? A wide amount. Loading Waffle asked, Dr. Widebotnik,
what are you doing?
how did you manage to get so...
What is this? What are you doing?
I'm doing a question and answering video and you interrupted the whole thing. I don't need your permission on when I can use your monitors. I need to do my research somehow.
Tell me that you were going to use it. Now,
no, you stop. Oh, God, what are you doing? What the hell are you out there? What the? Oh, God, stop doing that.